when in reality it is Democrats who have been making the investments time and time again on behalf of the American people.
Scott, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I love them both, and I don't like it when mom and dad are fighting. But
okay, all right. First off, I don't care what we're talking about. If it's politics, football, music, movies, a grown man calling another grown man or a few grown men mommy and daddy, that's just weird. Okay, giggle, LOL, laugh. Like, no, that is not funny. That's weird. Okay, I'm not going to call another grown man daddy. So now we have Elon Musk literally challenging Donald Trump when it comes to his big, beautiful bill. You know, and once again, this is the issue. This is the underlining issue, which I want people to really understand. And I apologize if I'm coughing, sniffling. I'm still trying to get over this cold. But if you have the richest person in the world challenging a sitting president and trying to get him impeached, trying to get other Republicans to not vote for or against a bill, and he actually has some sort of leverage, that is an issue. Like, to me, that does not scream American democracy. You see what I'm saying? That essentially says whoever has, you know, the game big bank take little bank. That's literally what this is right here. So when it comes to this bill, yes, I'm pretty sure you can find some cute little things here and there, but essentially the biggest highlight of this bill is the tax cut, which, if you didn't know Donald Trump was going to do this, hey, welcome to 2025. Like, this is politics. This is the Republican signature move right here. Tax cut 100% of the time. And according to a lot of people who, you know, actually look into the numbers, this is going to be the biggest tax cut. So when Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all his administration is crying about fraud, waste, and abuse, and then goes ahead and do something like this, where is the responsible saving at? I'm just a little confused. So let's go ahead, go to CNN and listen to how these Republican idiots are trying to frame this as, it's not a bad bill, it's just a big, beautiful bill.
It has been interesting to watch Elon Musk go scorched earth on this bill. He went from saying, I think this is a bad idea, to saying, call your representatives, get rid of it. And there are a lot of theories about why this is, one of which is the simplest, that he's right, that it does increase the deficit, that it is a lot of government spending that is not paid for. So what are Republicans going to do? And is it going to matter after this man spent, you know, almost $250 million on Republican campaigns?
Well, you know, Elon Musk is a brilliant man, and he doesn't make rockets or Teslas by compromising. And it just might be that his intellect is ill-suited to passing legislation. And so I don't know that he is the right person to give Mike Johnson or John Thune advice about how to pass this bill to stop a tax increase. And that's really what it is. And I'm confident that as we get toward the finish line, Elon Musk will be on board, because the bill is to stop the Democrats' tax increase. That's its whole purpose. If we don't pass it, everyone's taxes go up.
So everyone's taxes go up. So what we need to do is give the biggest tax breaks to all the wealthiest people. Once again, that doesn't make any sense. And it's weird. They loved when Elon Musk was on their side. They loved his money. But now that he's opposed to some things that a lot of Republicans want passed, now Elon Musk isn't intellectually capable of understanding politics. I mean, I think the average person on the outside looking in already knew that. But you guys didn't say anything when he was pumping all that money into Republicans' pockets. So whatever this guy, hey, please, be quiet, shut up, okay?
That's so interesting because for the last 6 months, the answer to every question in the federal government was Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And now all
There
of a
you
sudden
go.
he's not qualified to talk about
I
spending.
didn't say it wasn't qualified. I said his intellect might not be suited to legislative strategy.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I think that he is clearly trying to rehabilitate his image by trying to create some fake distance between him and Donald Trump. Of course, he's against the deficit decreasing, but I don't give him credit for being against this bill because he does not have a problem with the tax cuts for himself, and he doesn't have a problem with millions of people losing their Medicaid coverage. He railed against Medicaid and other entitlements, and so I don't think he deserves credit. I think this is what a lot of people do when they fake leave the Trump orbit, is they try to act like they aren't on board with things, but we are not going to forget that he has been the single most chaotic and cruelty causing agent in this administration.
Exactly. This doesn't make Elon Musk some sort of hero or some sort of whistleblower or whatever you want to call it. No, Elon Musk is the person that set all this up. He doesn't care about nobody else except for his bottom line. And one thing that they're going to get into is the contracts when it comes to the electric vehicles. That hurts Elon Musk. So he's still an evil idiot that is trying to destroy America. He's still that person.
I think the reality here is that he's realizing the con of Donald Trump that so many people already know, which is Donald Trump claims to be a good fiscal steward, but when he was president first time, no president in modern history added more to the debt than he did. Now, I know what Scott will say, that's COVID. But if you take away COVID, he added $4 trillion to the deficit before COVID even came about. And now he's proposing another $2.4 trillion while 11 million people lose their insurance. This is the con of Donald Trump, claiming that he's a fiscal steward, claiming Republicans are the fiscal stewards, when in reality it is Democrats who have been making the investments time and time again on behalf of the American people.
Scott, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I love them both, and I don't like it when mom and dad are fighting. But
Okay. All right. First off, I don't care what we're talking about. If it's politics, football, music, movies, a grown man calling another grown man or a few grown men mommy and daddy, that's just weird. Okay, giggle, LOL, laugh. Like, no, that is not funny. That's weird. Okay, I'm not going to call another grown man daddy. Don't think so. So you already know he's gonna say some dumb stuff after calling them mommy and daddy. Okay.
Having spoken to him recently, I know he has a deeply held view that the debt that we have in this country, Elon, I mean, is a problem that must be dealt with urgently. And he does have some disappointment that Republicans don't share his zeal for the urgency of the issue. However, this is not a spending bill. This is a reconciliation bill, and it has three main points: making the tax cuts permanent, massive investments in border security. It fully funds the border wall, and the biggest and most necessary welfare reform in at least a generation. Those three things happen to be what Donald Trump ran on for president and won the national popular vote and a not particularly close win in the Electoral College. So this is the president's agenda. And I actually think Elon's goals regarding reduction of debt and the president's goals regarding passing what he ran on are not irreconcilable. They're just all not going to happen in the same
Elon's
bill.
goals the same goals that Republicans said that they also shared for 2-3 decades
Yes,
in this
they-
country?
Republicans do
So
want-
basically, it's out the window now. Is
No.
that what you're saying?
No,
like
but
they don't
this
care
legislation,
whether their children or your children are saddled with that. I mean, I'm just saying that's the talking point.
This legislation is not a spending bill.
it was
It's not an
that.
appropriations bill, and it is not a budget bill. It is a reconciliation bill. There are other
Yeah,
vehicles to achieve
but I
those
hear what
goals.
you're saying, but you also just acknowledge that there is spending in there. First of all, extending the tax cuts will cost money. Second of all, even the
Cutting taxes
budget,
and spending are two
even
different
the
things.
hold on,
they're not
even
tax cuts. It's keeping the rates the same.
Okay.
It's not a tax
All right.
cut.
It costs money. Okay.
It doesn't
It costs
the
money.
same?
The money
Yes,
belongs
it
to the
does.
people.
I
of
mean,
the
look.
So you want Republicans
then-
to raise taxes?
And well,
What? Okay, this is that weird mumbo jumbo stuff. Where is this money coming from to give the tax cuts? Sorry about that. Where's the money coming from? It's not coming out of La La Land. It's not coming out of like the universe. It's coming out of somewhere. And that's why you can add up the total of this bill. This is why I don't know what numbers he was looking at, but some people say that this bill is $3.8 trillion deficit within the next decade. How do you think they're getting these numbers? Who's going to pay for that? So once again, they're not just creating money to give it to people. No, that's coming from somewhere.
well, look.
We did not run
Hold
on
on,
that.
hold on, guys. He's extending the tax cuts.
Tax rates.
He's also creating new tax cuts that cost money. Okay, I mean, this is not voodoo, okay? It's just a balance sheet. You either pay for it or you don't. And historically, Republicans have said, if you're going to spend, pay for it. It's just that.
And it's weird. Once again, every time Democrats, liberals, or progressives present an idea or a piece of legislation, Republicans, their first question is, how is this going to get paid? How much is American citizens going to have to pay for this? But when it comes to Republicans spending, no one is asking these questions. Oh no, they're not really spending money. I mean, they're spending it, but like they're doing a different kind of spending. And you know, these millionaires and billionaires are going to get like money, but different kind of money. Not the same kind of Democratic money, but Republican. You see how stupid that sounds? We're trying to do these intellectual gymnastics here. It's not a good look. It's like me trying to do gymnastics. It's not going to look pretty. I'm going to hurt myself or somebody. So just stop. Just say, hey, this is wrong. This is too much. This is not what the party represents. But of course, you say that, you lose your job. So
That now, I guess that doesn't matter.
Listen, can I tell you this? This whole thing is weird. It's been weird from the beginning, okay? Because Elon Musk has been ill-suited to be at the right hand of the father since the very start. I'm finding it incredibly amusing to see, a bunch of Republicans, elected Republicans, who for the last 5 months have been sucking up to Elon Musk and to Donald Trump, have to pick between mom and dad. Look, it's giving me whiplash, because it wasn't but last week that they were still in the White House and tweeting love letters to each other and thank you notes and all of this stuff. And it's just, what I think you have are two guys with a lot of power. One has a lot more money than the other, and the other one is president. This is a fight between Godzilla and King Kong. And it is, if it weren't so incredibly serious and, the subject matter wasn't affecting us all, it would be incredibly amusing.
all right, and that's where the video cuts off. Once again, she makes a good point, and I said this in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna get off the video here because I am trying not to cough up a lung here, but it is funny to see this happening, and it's more than just a billionaire versus a sitting president. Like, these are self-centered, greedy, hateful individuals that just so happen is the richest person and a sitting president. And what happens to regular folks like you and me that's sitting in between us fighting? Hopefully we don't get the short end of this stick, but we don't have anyone representing us in our best interests at the moment. But once again, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that blue sky link in the description down below so we can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper.